was calling out his name. Mahaprabhu answered, My Lord, you do not know your own glories. When we were in Jagannath Puri, you shed tears out of divine love, day after day. I managed to capture your divine love and save it. Now I wish to place it here by the Padmavati river in the safekeeping for Narottam Das. Mahaprabhu then went to a place known as Kutupur on the Padmavati river. When he bathed and sang, and danced in ecstasy, he then called out to the river, O Padmavati, take my love and keep it here. When Narottam comes and bathes here, give it to him. Padmavati inquired, How will I recognize him? Mahaprabhu answered, You will have no trouble recognizing Narottam, for as soon as he enters your waters, they will overflow. The place where Mahaprabhu placed Prema for Narottam's sake was later given the name Prematoli. When Narottam was 12 years old, he had a dream in which Nityananda Prabhu told him to bathe in the Padmavati and take the Prema that had been stored there for him. He went the next day to the Padma, and as soon as he put his foot in the water, the river started to overflow. Padmavati then remembered Mahaprabhu's words and gave Narottam the Prema she had guarded for all that time. Narottam leaves home. As soon as he experienced the ecstasies of Prema, Narottam's character, his appearance, everything about him changed. His parents noticed the transformation and did everything they could to bring him back to his normal state. But they failed. Having drunk the wine of divine ecstasy, Narottam had become intoxicated with the bonds of and the bonds of family life could no longer hold him back. Narottam began to wonder how he could escape from his material entanglements. Finally, one day when his father and uncle were away on an official business, he practiced some deception on his mother and tricked his bodyguards so that he could leave his family for Vrindavan. It was a full moon day of Kartik when this event took place. According to others, Narottam waited to go to Vrindavan until after the death of his father, when his cousin Santosh was given the responsibility of the zamindari. Even though he was the son of a rich zamindar, in his desire to unite with the Lord, he was ready to abandon the pleasures of the body in a moment. Day and night, walking barefoot, crying, forgetting to eat and drink, until finally he fell unconscious under a tree. Then a golden-skinned Brahmin came and offered him a cup of milk and said to him in a sweet voice, O Narottam, drink this milk. Your cuts and bruises will go away. Compose yourself, for everything will turn out well. After saying this, the Brahmin vanished, and exhausted Narottam was finally able to rest. That night, he dreamt of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. The two Goswamis placed their hands on his chest and fed him the milk that Mahaprabhu himself had brought him. All of Narottam's fatigue disappeared. Narottam is initiated by Lokanath Goswami. The Prema Vilasa also describes how Narottam took initiation from Lokanath Goswami. Narottam was born on a full day night of Magh. His renunciation took place on a full moon day of Kartik, and he was initiated by Lokanath on a full moon day of Shravan. Lokanath Goswami is considered to be a personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, he was the first Gaudiya Vaishnava to be instructed by the Lord to go to Vrindavan, along with Bhugarva Goswami. Lokanath set the standard for worship in a spirit of renunciation while in the holy Bhava. He was Viviktanandi Vaishnava, that is, a hermit, one who worshipped the Lord in solitude. In this spirit, he had vowed not to take any disciples. Narottam Das too made a vow to take initiation from no one other than Lokanath. Although he was a son of a Raja, Narottam's desire to receive Lokanath's mercy was so great that he went in the middle of every night to clean the place that he used as a toilet. He would also leave a fine earth and water for him to clean himself afterwards. This is described as follows in the Prema Vilasa. Narottam went to the place where the Goswami performed his bodily functions and did a special job of cleaning it. He sifted the soil to make it a fine, clean earth with which Lokanath could clean his hands. He would hide his coconut leaf broom and take it out each night to sweep the place clean. His heart filled with joy. All these things he did as a regular service. He considered himself to be fortunate to have this service, and it made his body worthwhile. He would hold the broom to his chest, repeating that this is where I will get the strength to attain my Lord's lotus feet. As he said these words, he cried, and torrents of tears washed over his chest. Lokanath was astonished to see that his toilet area was daily being kept clean. He became curious to find out who was doing it. And so, one evening, he went and hid in the jungle, chanting japa the entire night in wait for the anonymous benefactor. At midnight, he saw someone engaged in cleaning the place, and he asked him who he was. When he found that Narottam, the son of a Raja, was doing this filthy task, he felt embarrassed and told him to desist. Narottam, however, immediately fell at Lokanath's feet and began to cry. When Lokanath saw Narottam's humility and pain, his resolve softened, and he finally gave him initiation. Thus, Narottam Das gave an outstanding example to the world of how one should engage in the service of one's spiritual master. Bhakti Ratnakar 1.345 to 346 states, Narottam went there and engaged in whatever service was necessary to his Guru, performing it with great enthusiasm. Lokanath was pleased by Narottam's service and showed him the greatest mercy by initiating him in the mantra. Without caring for his youth or his looks, he left home on the full moon day of the month of Kartik. After wandering through many pilgrimage places, he finally came to Vrindavan, where he became Lokanath Goswami's disciple. On the auspicious day of Shravana Purnima, Lokanath initiated Narottam. Narottam Das was thus Lokanath's one and only disciple. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur demonstrated similar perseverance and patience in service to his spiritual master in order to convince him to accept him as a disciple. Gaura Kishore Das Babaji, like Lokanath, had vowed to take no disciples. He refused Srila Prabhupada 3 times But this did not break Prabhupada's will. When Gaura Kishora saw Srila Prabhupada's humility and intense desire, he finally relented and gave him mantra diksha. Srila Prabhupada was Gaura Kishore Das's only disciple. After the disappearance of Rupa and Sanatana Goswamis, Sri Jiva Goswami became the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya's undisputed intellectual leader throughout Mathura, Bengal and Orissa, and the chief minister of the Universal Court of Vaishnavas at Vrindavan, the Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Samvat. Srinivas Acharya, Narottam Das and Dukhi Krishna Das all studied the scriptures under Jiva, receiving detailed personal instruction from him. When their studies were completed, Jiva gave them the title of Acharya, Thakur and Shamananda respectively. Narottam returns to Bengal. After their studies were complete, Jiva sent his 3 students to Bengal with the Vaishnava scripture. Sri Jiva heard the news that the books had been stolen in Bana Vishnupur, and then later they had been recovered. This story has been told in this book, in the chapter on Srinivas. Lokanath Goswami considered Narottam's previous life as a wealthy jamindar to be particularly suitable for preaching in his home area of northern Bengal, and thought that with his status he would be able to teach the standards of renounced devotional behavior. Out of compassion for that country's people, he ordered Narottam to return to his hometown of Keturi. Srinivas was aware of Lokanath's intention, so when the books were stolen, he told Narottam to continue on his way to Keturi. Srinivas Acharya said, "Go too quickly to Keturi and carry out Lokanath's orders." Anchorite devotees or Viviktanandis, being absorbed in the intimate service of the Lord on the transcendental platform, normally have no taste for engaging in any welfare activity which brings only temporary succor to materialistic persons, bound by Maya and absorbed in their bodily identification. Materialistic welfare activities are considered to be of great value only when there is a misunderstanding of the real goal of life, which is service to Krishna. Lokanath taught the world to his disciple on the principle that a housewife teaches the daughter-in-law by instructing the daughter. Though Narottam himself was distraught with separation from his spiritual master, he nevertheless took his orders seriously and returned to Keturi, where he began preaching the doctrines of pure devotional service to the people of northeastern Bengal. Narottam's humility and sorrow were expressed in his prarthana. Which goes like this. Aneka dukhera pare, lae chile brajapuri, kripa dora galae bhaiya, deva maya balatkare, khashaiya sehi dore, bhava kupe deni kadariya, puna yadi kripa kari, eja nere keshe dhari, tani yatu dhaha braje dhame. ताबे से देखिया भाला न तू बापा राना गेला काहे दीना दासे रारो थामे. The meaning is that after I had suffered for such a long time, you finally tied the rope of mercy around my neck and dragged me to Vrajadham. But now the forces of fate and illusion have loosened that rope, and you have thrown me back down the well of the material existence. If you would be merciful to me and grab me by the hair, pulling me back into Vrajadham, then everything would seem right once again. and if not, Narottam says that his life is over. On Lokanath Goswami's order, Narottam installed the 6 sets of deities in his temple in Kheturi, which are Gauranga, Vallabhikanta, Vrajamohan, Sri Krishna, Radhakanta, and Radha Raman. The great festival which he held on that occasion is still remembered in the Vaishnava world. Narottama arrived in the land of Gauda. He had been ordered by Lokanath to establish the deity service of both Gauranga and Krishna, to serve the Vaishnavas and to preach the congregational chanting of the holy names. He immediately dedicated himself to carry out these orders. First, he set about establishing the service of 6 sets of beautiful deities, whose names taken together bring joy to the hearts of devotees. Gauranga, Vallabhikanta, Shri Krishna, Vrajamohana, Radha Ravana, He Radhe, Radha Kanta, Namostute. The great festival at Kheturi. Prior to Kheturi Mahotsav, Narottam Das Thakur travelled throughout Bengal and Orissa, visiting various places where Mahaprabhu had performed his pastimes, meeting with the Lord's associates and receiving their blessings. Amongst the places he visited were Uddhava Datta's home in Shaktagram, Khardaha, where he met Parmeshwari Das and Nityananda's Shaktis, Janma and Vasudha, Khanapula Krishna Nagar, the home of Abhiram Thakur, Shyamananda's home in Singapore, the Shripads of Narahari and Raghunandan in Sri Khanda, the birthplace of Nityanand Prabhu in Ekachakra Dham, and in Jagannath Puri, at the Gopinath Acharya's home, Haridas Thakur's Samadhi tomb, Gadadhar Pandit's place of worship, the Jagannath temple and Vindicha, the Jagannath Vallabha gardens, and Narendra Sarovar, etc. Most of the living associates of Mahaprabhu and other leaders of Sampradaya came to Kheturi on the occasion of the festival organized by Narottam Das. A list of names has been given by Narahari Chakravarti in his books Prem Bhakti Ratnakar and Narottama Vilas. Among those who attended were Shyamananda Prabhu, Janva Devi, Parmeshwari Das, Janva's uncle Krishnadas Sarkhel, Nityananda's son-in-law Madhavacharya, Raghupati Vaidya, Minakaten Ramdas, Murari Chaitanya Das, Jnana Das, Mahidhara, Sri Shankar, Kamalakar, Pipalai, Gauranga Das, Nakari, Krishna Das, Damodar, Balaram Das, Sri Mukunda, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Raghunandan Thakur, and other devotees from Sri Khanda. Shivasa Pandit's brothers, Sripati and Sri Nidhi from Navadip, Advaita's sons, Achyutananda, Gopal Mishra and Krishna Mishra from Shantipur, and Hriday Chaitanya and other devotees from Ambika Kalna. Srinivas Acharya acted as the officiating priest at the festival and performed the rituals installing the deities. In the kirtan led by Narottam that followed, Mahaprabhu and his associates appeared. Bhakti Ratnakar states that who can describe the joy of that kirtan? Mahaprabhu himself descended with all his associates in the midst, just like a lightning in a conglomeration of rain clouds. Bhakti Ratnakar 10.605 to 607 states, the kirtan was amazing. You could see Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya overcome with ecstasy and Gaurachandra encircled by the devotees. What wonderful comparison the Lord displayed on that day. Who can understand these wonderful pastimes? What blessings he poured on Narottam and Srinivas, for they and their companions found the fulfillment of all their desires. After the Kheturi festival, Narottam's fame spread throughout the Vaishnava world. Prominent Brahmins like the Ramakrishna Acharya and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti became his disciples. Narottam's preaching adventures. Narahari Chakravarti extensively described Narottam's activities in his Narottama Vilas. One can understand his outstanding accomplishments by reading this book. Some of these are given here. In Gopalpur village lived a Brahmin named Vipradas. He had a poisonous snake living in his wicker grain storage bin. When Narottam visited Vipradas's house, the snake vanished, and the deities of Gaur and Vishnupriya appeared in its place. Gaurasundar and beloved Vishnupriya came out of the gola and climbed into Narottam's lap in plain view of everyone. Everyone was amazed. These same deities are today being served in the town of Gambhila. A certain Smarta Brahmin scholar blasphemed Narottam, calling him a Shudra. The result of his offense was that he was attacked by a prostitute. After suffering for some time, he was given a vision of the goddess in a dream. She told him to fall at Narottam Das' feet and beg for forgiveness. And it was only after following this advice that the Brahmin was freed from his terrible disease. Harinam and Ramakrishna, the son of Shivananda Acharya, were taking a goat and a buffalo to be offered as a sacrifice to the goddesses on the order of their father. They met Narottam and Ramachandra Kaviraj on the way and were attracted by their effulgent beauty. Narottam Thakur advised these two young Brahmins to abandon the worship of the modes of fashion and ignorance that contain violence to animals, and to worship the Supreme Lord without any desire. The brothers immediately let the goat and buffalo go and bathed in the Padma. And they bathed in themselves in the Padma. They then took initiation from Narottam and dedicated their lives to the service of Lord Krishna and his devotees. Shivananda Acharya became angry when he heard about this. He called a Smarta scholar from Mithila named Murari to come and defeat Narottam's Vaishnava philosophy. However, Harinam and Ramakrishna were given divine blessings by their Guru, and they were able to defeat every one of Smarta's arguments with scriptural evidence. Defeated, Shivananda Acharya went to pray to the goddess. She appeared to him that night in a dream and rebuked him for his enmity towards the Vaishnavas and told him to cease all such behavior. In the course of time, Ganga Narayana Chakravarti, Jagannath Acharya, and other well-known Brahmins started to become Narottam's disciples. This caused a stir in Smarta community, and they went to complain to Raja Narasimha. Narottam is a Shudra who makes disciples of Brahmins, and is using some kind of mystic powers or hypnotism to convert them. He should be stopped. After discussing the matter with Raja Narasimha, it was decided that a scholar named Rupa Narayan should be summoned to debate Narottam. The Brahmin had won numerous debates of this sort and was known as Big Vijay. The Raja himself set off with Rupa Narayan and a number of other Brahmins towards the village of Kheturi. Ramachandra Kaviraj and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti were upset to to see the wicked intentions of the Raja and his Pandit. When they heard that the Raja and his entourage were resting overnight in Kumarapura village, they went in disguise as a potter and a pan seller to set up stalls in the village market. When the Brahmins came through the market, Ramachandra and Ganganarayan spoke with them in Sanskrit. The Brahmins were astonished that even ordinary storekeepers in the village were able to speak in Sanskrit. Ramachandra and Ganganarayan began a debate with the Brahmins, defeating every smart argument that they put forward and establishing a pure doctrine of devotion service. The Raja and his Digvijay Pandit were rendered speechless by the scholarship of the two ordinary storekeepers. When they learned that the two men were disciples of Narottam Das, the Raja said to his Pandit, "If Narottam's own disciple can defeat you in a debate, there is no need to going to see him." But once again, the goddess appeared to Raja Nrsimha and Rupanarayan and ordered them to go to Narottam and pray for forgiveness for their offences. The two of them did so and became devotees of Rama and Krishna. The songs by Narottam. In the Gaudiya Vaishnava Abhidhan, the following comments are found. Narottam's ashram was in a place called Bhajantuli, about 2 miles from his capital city, Kheturi. Narottam did his preaching work through Kirtan. He created a style of Kirtan known as Garana Hati. He wrote 2 books, Prarthana and Prema Bhakti Chandrika, which were the very life of the devotees. He has written songs that are appropriate for every devotional mood. And he has written songs that are appropriate for every devotional mood, and this touches the devotee's heart. These 2 books are so popular that they have been published countless times. Narottam's influence can be appreciated even in distant Manipur, where everyone agrees that the Vaishnava religion spread through his personal spiritual potency. His devotional songs are sung in every home called Manipur state. Srinivasa Acharya's disciple Ramachandra Kaviraj was Narottam's dearest companion. First, not long after he heard of Srinivasa's disappearance, he wrote the following song in the mood of separation, which is capable of melting even a stone-like heart. Jayani lo prema dhama karuna prabhu heno prabhu kotha gela acharya ko kaha mora swarup rupa kaha sanata kaha dasa raghunatha patita pava kaha mura bhata yuga kaha kavira eka kale kotha gela gora natara pashane koti mata anale pashibo Goranga gunera nidhi gotha gele pao Sisava sandira sange je koi lo vilas Sisangada paya kande Narottamadas. Where has Acharya Thakur, who out of great mercy for the world brought it the wealth of love, gone? Where are my Swarupa and Rupa? Where is Sanatan? Where has Raghunath Das, the deliverer of the most fallen, gone? Where are Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta? Where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? And where has the king of the dance, Gauranga, suddenly disappeared? I will beat my head against the rocks or enter the flames of fire. But where can I go to find an ocean of virtue, Gauranga? Deprived of all association of these companions of the Lord, Narottam Das Thakur can do nothing but cry. Narottam Das Thakur was the topmost follower of Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu's close associate. His devotion to Rupa Goswami can be recognized from the following song, which was much beloved by Srila Prabhupada.
जी हाँ। जी कुमार
प्रभु जी, मुझे जिसमें प्रभा जी के वस्त्र प्रेस करते हैं
वो कुर्ता मिल गया कर देते हैं।
हाँ वो तो ठीक है। इस पे मुझे कोई टावल चाहिए जिसमें प्रभा जी कपड़े प्रेस कर सकूँ। सोने का साफ नहीं वो खराब हो चुके हैं। कल मैं उसको क्लीन नहीं किया ना, वो चूहे ने गड़बड़ कर रखा है वाला कुछ। क्यों वहाँ पे ड्यूटी की भगवान का वस्त्र रखा है और यहाँ से दे दीजिए को। जाना पड़ेगा।
हमारे वाले फैन देखे कपड़ा फैन चल रहा था। अरे फैन ऑन करो। ये कहाँ गया तो? हुआ ही नहीं, मैं पता नहीं आपको